What's up, people? So today I thought we'd take a look at the ILBE pack, United States Marine Corps old issue pack, and kind of give you my first impressions just by looking at it. Not a review by any means, but already I'm thinking there's a major issue that this pack has, despite the fact that I always thought that this was amazing just by looking at it. And now that I actually got my hands on it, I can say that, wow, this is a really well-made pack, really nice design, but as I mentioned, I think one major flaw. And let's get to that. Forgive the pouches, by the way, I already started pimping it out. I thought this pouch, which I've had for a while, I actually had one in tan, thought it would work really well. Then I located one in OD, which is even better. This is by HSGI, and it really maximizes the field of PALS webbing here on the back. And I don't really use, if I were to use the beaver tail feature, I can just use it, for a jacket. But this isn't really a thick pouch, so I think it would work really nicely there. Up top, I've just got a no brand pouch, but again, just maximizes the entire field of PALS webbing, gives me an extra utility pouch, so I'm happy with that. But let's get to this lid, for example. This lid is super well engineered, guys, seriously. But there is a major issue that I actually saw someone else mention in one of their reviews. If I find it again, I'll link it in this video. And he was basically going on about the lid, thinking like, well, yes, but no, because this is a floating lid. So if you detach that, you can attach this as well. And the problem with this pack that he was talking about, which I have to say, now that I have it, yes, it does. It really does present an issue, is that if you don't fill this thing to capacity, look what happens. You can basically, and this isn't even half bad, because my pack right now is filled almost to capacity. But like, the less you have in there, the more this lid is just gonna, even cinched to the max, it's still gonna float away. And leave all this, as you can see, that's your pack right there, your contents. You can have all kinds of dirt, creepy crawlies crawling in there, leaves, whatever foliage you're brushing up against. It's just a bit of an issue, I have to say, guys. It really is. So even though they're trying to make it more modular, I suppose, and, I guess also for replacement parts, it would be easier to just replace a lid like that. But the fact that it is a floating lid is a problem, because this thing has, a life of its own. As you can see, it's curved down here as well. It doesn't provide any of this extra lip right here in the middle. And, yep, it's just an issue. It's just an issue. But, wow, when I tried this on, guys, I have to say, though, the suspension system is super comfortable. The padding is so soft and so generous. The padding on the back panel isn't as soft, but it's still, really well padded. Really nice padding all around the lumbar support, the waist belt. And, the waist belt, the only problem with the waist belt, I think, is that it really could have featured some PALS webbing. So you can throw a canteen there, just because a pack this size, I'd like to throw a canteen on the sides, without having to constantly take my pack off and then use my water bottles. In this case, for example, guys, all these extra straps Um, Perfect for me because I can just run 2 water bottles easily on the sides here. But then I was actually looking at what to do with this field of Pals webbing up here, and the best solution that I found was 2 quart canteens with MOLLE compatible pouches in woodland. But then I thought to myself, hell, if I've got water up there and water down there, that's just overkill with water. So I'd still want to use that space for something else. And that's another thing about this pack. It really doesn't offer much in terms of the Pals webbing, at least compared to other packs like the current issue ILBE rucksack or the MOLLE 2 rucksack, for example, where they're, nicely covered in Pals webbing. So it's a little bit limited in that sense, but still a great pack. My God, the general construction, I actually have to say I absolutely love these pull tabs. These burly pull tabs with the rubber tube. I've seen some people cut them off to quote, save weight, but come on, guys, this is negligible weight. Just yeah, if I were you, I wouldn't mess with that. It's just perfect as it is. And yeah, I mean, overall, the general construction, the feel, of this pack, of the overall materials. I believe this is 850D Cordura. I'm not entirely sure though. I don't think it's 1,000, but it's definitely more than 600. That's for sure. Really tough material, absolutely super rugged. I have to say, really like this material, and the rubberized reinforcements here as well feel nice. Really, really nice. So this pack, I was drawn to this pack for a while. I really wanted to get my hands on it because I've seen it on the internet and it just looks pretty good. As an overall design, and the overall construction looks pretty cool actually. The beaver tail is actually a pretty decent feature. I could throw on a jacket there. I was gonna put something there, but then I thought, nah, actually, I'll keep that if I want to run my tent body or a sleeping mat or both in these straps. So I just decided to accessorize it with the one pouch there that literally covers the entire field of Pals webbing, as you can see, with a couple of malice clips, a couple of short ones, not the longer ones, so it just stays fixed in place, doesn't sway about. But other than that, guys, yeah, just a really quick look and almost a rant, same as with the other guy that kind of prompted me to make this video. And I have to say, yeah, he's kind of right. I mean, this is an issue. When this was completely, empty, you could look at that, guys. I mean, you can basically see everything. You can basically access, and this is cinched to the max. Look at that. So, nah, even cinching this, it's not gonna. I mean, look at that. Nah, it really is an issue. It really is an issue. So I think the real design flaw here, guys, is the lid. And it's bugging me. It's really bugging me because I don't like it. I just really don't like it. And it's such a shame because other than that, I have to say this pack is so nice. Absolutely great construction, great materials. The webbing is amazing as well. Buckles, quality, stitching, everything. Just about everything is so, just really well designed. Except for this damn lid, look at that. It has a life of its own. It just goes wherever the hell it wants to. Look at that. And this is literally full up to here. I mean, the only way, should I have to make this lid rest where it's designed to rest, or however, I'd have to fill it to even more than than the storm collar. I'd have to overfill it, And I basically, I always like to keep a little space in the pack, so, for layers of clothing, that while I hike, I take them off, I put them inside the pack. So, going around, I can't afford to just fill this whole thing up just for the lid to rest where it should. It's kind of ridiculous like that. And yeah, I really think this is an issue. So I'm not sure what I'll do about this pack. I might actually just put it back up for sale. But that's a shame. That's such a shame, because the only reason, I could go for a hike with it, but by that time I don't even know how often, I can go for a hike. It really depends all on my schedule, but I might need the money before that. So, and the thing is, I have better packs in that sense. Better just because they're slightly better designed, in my opinion. Not better in the sense that, like I said, this pack, the overall construction and design is superb, but that lid bothers me. It really does. So what can I say, guys? I guess I had a little rant on this pack too. Nothing new there, there are better reviews out there, obviously, but overall, I have to say this pack is just amazing. The overall construction, I absolutely love these side grab handles as well with the reinforced tube. That is such a nice feature, I have to say. Really nice feature. I tried to recreate something similar on my Blackhawk SOF Ruck, where I reran the Mystery Ranch Nice Frame straps on the inside, or on the back. No, pardon me, on the inside. So on the front, and then wrapped like a little handle wrap around it to basically recreate something similar like that. And I think that in itself is such a really nice feature. And overall, the zipper pulls are really nice. I love this actual, like, reinforced, really chunky, really burly rubber tube. It's just beautiful. But what can I say, guys? I'm not a fan of this lid. I really am not. And now that I have this pack, I can tell with this guy. I can really, sympathize with him, because now I know what he's talking about. And it really is a problem. I didn't think it was going to be so much of a problem, but it really is, because, that's just impossible to be going around with a pack where almost half, and this, like I said, I fill this up with packs right now, but nah, this is a major issue right there. Grab handle, pretty basic. They could have had another rubber tube for this as well, I suppose, but it's still really good webbing, but it is only one strip of webbing. It could have been double or something like that, just make it a bit more sturdy. Other than that, like I mentioned, guys, the design is really nice. A little basic in terms of the PAL's webbing, at least, for my liking, that is. And you guys know I love accessorizing my packs with pouches, so at least the MOLLE compatible packs with MOLLE compatible pouches, obviously. In this case, like I mentioned, I just had some pouches that I figured, yeah, these would look really cool. So I already, tried them on there. But, yeah, this lid, look at that. Nah. Look how off that is. That is just not doable at all. So what can I say? Without making this any longer, I guess the focus of this video was really the lid. Just because, no, I can't go around with a pack that has a lid that's falling off, basically. So I might have to put it back up for sale ASAP. But what can I say, guys? I still wanted to get my hands on it. I still wanted to take a look at it. I still wanted it, I just obviously have packs that I would use more. and I don't see myself using this all that often because of the simplistic design in terms of the PALS webbing, and just because of that lid really bugs me. And it's a pity because I just tried the suspension system on, the pack on, and it feels amazing. But this lid really does bother me. So I have to say I do concur with the guy that that basically had a rant as well, and I guess I'm joining in on his rant about the lid. It's just I think a major design flaw in what is otherwise an amazing pack, a beautiful pack, absolutely beautiful pack. So without any further ramblings, thank you for watching. Hope you got something out of it. And as per usual, I will see you on the next one. Just in time.